What up, everybody? My name is Chris Sloan, aka Irish 2K. If you're watching this for the first time, thank you. This is the first episode of the Irish one. I had a podcast on here called Irish 2K Cast, had 13 episodes, and they were so spaced out and random and overly unintentionally, overly dramatically detailed about my life. That last one wasn't even a word. It was a weird, like, open door into like the worst period of my life, and kind of want to put all that behind me and just make something that I like. And I've been asked to do a couple of different podcasts, if you will, and I might dabble in something with some friends, like it's their thing, and then I'm just gonna hop on. But you know, my main baby was trying to find a thing that was about, you know, me and my interests and the things that I like, and or the things that I'm thinking about, or where, you know, where my mind is in life. Mainly, not. I mean, yes, if people watch this, thank God, you know, awesome. I hope you find something in it that you can connect to, and I hope that, you know, through your journeys in life, maybe something I say can help. But, or hell, even if it's just like watching me talk and you're like, well, at least I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? At least, you know, I would be happy to do that for you, because then you feel more confident about your own shit. But I'm in a position in life where the things that, you know, matter to the Chris Sloan that did the Irish 2K Cast episodes are kind of not as important to me today. So it's a lot of me just, you know, wanting to just talk and vent and give my opinions on shit that actually matters. Not talking about politics, because I don't want to have political conversations on this, because I think politics are a very personal thing. I think no matter what you believe, you have every right to believe that, and what you don't have the right to do is make people who don't agree with you feel like shit. And if you're one of those people, right there. If you're not one of those people and we don't agree politically, you have every right to believe that. I think your opinion is valuable, and you should have it. And as long as you're not trying to hurt other people's feelings with your beliefs, you should have those beliefs and have them as strong as you want. But that's about as far as politically I'm willing to go in this fucking thing, because the show's called The Irish One, so it's about the Irish one, me. And, you know, I like that. I like having a place where I can be myself. You know, I live stream on Twitch, and all the links and all that shit will be in the bio below. The bio, the fucking description below. That's what it is. You know, I care a lot about being entertaining. I care a lot about being a positive in people's lives. There's enough negative in this world. Just being one person that people can like look at and be like, you know, I know that he's a human being, and I know that he goes through his shit, but he's always there. You know what I mean? There's a presence. And you know, I have a lot of toxicity to me in the gaming world, and if the subject matters about me, I'm usually not too fond of it. But you know, if other people need help or if other people need guidance, I tend to try to be that person for them. Just because, like I said, there's enough people in the world that'll shit all over your dreams and shit all over your goals and aspirations. If there's at least one person that's like, you got this, like you can do this, maybe try this, do this. You know, it's always been my thing, especially with the group of fucking knuckleheads that I hang out with and do the gaming videos with. You know, I try to push their narratives and their thoughts and their goals and their, you know, the things that they try to do, because you never know. You know, the video you post today might be the one that you're remembered for. So why not give it your best? That's where I've been at mentally with everything. But since the last episode of the Irish 2K Cast, I have I have aged more. I am 32 today. Not today, but 32 as of today. My birthday is in December. Um, and the episode that I did, the last episode of the Irish 2K cast, I had like, I was like 6 months into my 30s. And I made the joke that like you feel that shit, and you do, and not just like every year, every day you like wake up and in like you'll do things and you'll be like, man, I am 32 doing this thing, and uh, sometimes you feel silly, sometimes you feel like you haven't accomplished jack shit. That's kind of crazy. Like I have a job. I have a very great job. Uh, I take care of my children. I love being a dad. I have hobbies, you know. Hi, hobby. Um, I have dreams. I have aspirations. I don't have a degree. I make about as much as anybody else does in my field, minus a bit because, you know, being a father, being a single father obviously means that my kids aren't always with me. So you have to pay for when they're not always with you. So I live a very midlife. It's not great, um, but it's mine. I think that's the biggest thing to take away from my life is it's mine. No one else can say they have my life. And one of the beautiful things that I've gotten to experience in 32 years of life so far is passionate love for somebody and devastating loss. That is the two things that I would say I'm most grateful to have experienced because it teaches you so much, man. The good and the bad. You learn vital lessons in both. Um, I've been head over heels for someone who could not fully reciprocate it back to me. And I have completely like felt nothing for people who put me on a pedestal. And both feelings are like it feels good to get attention like that. It does not feel good to know that you have no interest in reciprocating it, like even a little bit. And then on the other end, where you feel absolutely bonkers about somebody, like they're in your brain 24/7, like everything that they do, everything that they say, everything that they feel, you want to make sure that you impact that somehow in a positive manner. And you know, in my circumstance, that person felt similarly to me, but their personal life circumstances prevented them from fully acting on it. And that's mind blowing to me, you know? And that's kind of where life gets interesting is what do you do when the thing that makes the absolute most sense in the world doesn't work out? Speaking from experience, I had the same situation to the T. Happened to me in 2018, and when it didn't work out then, I was devastated. It rocked my world. So much so that I made a podcast and like talk shit about it, and then deleted the episodes because it shouldn't have existed. I should have never. It felt amazing to get it all off my chest, and like to have people listen to it and then message me and be like, "Wow, I can't believe that." You know, someone that I know is going through something that I'm going through, and watching them kind of process it helps me process it. And I'm not speaking like blowing smoke up my own ass. This is literally what was messaged to me. And I was just, it kind of blew me away because I'm like, first of all, one, you watched my fucking shit? Oh, well, okay. That's weird. It's totally made and created for someone to watch it. But the fact that someone did like blew me away. But it was too much. But when it happened then, I was devastated by it. Fast forward to now, I'm in my early 30s. You feel the same type of devastation, but there's a difference. When you grow, you start realizing that pain truly is temporary. Like, there's a clip of Tom Hanks in like a discussion thing, and in it he talks about, um, this too shall pass. He said, I wish I knew early on in my career, this too shall pass, good and bad. And that kind of that kind of plays into here is 2018. I'm 27 years old. I'm fresh off of a very long relationship, a marriage, and so to have that thing enter my life and then go away so quickly, where I was high on the clouds, because this person had entered my life that I never thought I'd ever have a chance with, and then they were gone because of how badly I needed them and them not being able to adjust. Like, it crushed me. But at 32, when the same thing happens, you first of all, you're more understanding. That's the first part that comes into it, is you're more understanding of, all right, this is just how shit is. But people tend to have less advice on what to do next or how to get over it, because you're in your 30s. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe a better way to put that is, people have advice, but you're less apt to be like, yeah, that's the next move, because you're fucking 32. So you're like, you want it now, man. Like, you wanted it now then, but you want it now more, because, like, I haven't done anything. Like, when I was married, I didn't travel with that person. Like, we went to Kings Island, but that's not traveling. That's a long distance fun trip. It's like a long distance trip to your local fucking bar. That's all it is. It's just fun far away. It's not traveling to me. Like, I never went anywhere. Like, every time I've flown on a plane, flown solo. So the thing that I'm the thing I'm hurt by the most is, like, I'm just ready to have that life with somebody, to live inside that bubble that you have when you're in a relationship. Like, you and that person create this perfect sphere, and you and your interests and your goofiness and who you truly are and the things that you love about each other, the things you maybe don't like about each other, you exist in this bubble. And if you're truly in love with each other and truly loyal to each other, that bubble is impenetrable from the outside. Nobody's coming into that shit. You know what I mean? And if somebody can, then there's your sign. You're in a bad relationship, or you're in a struggling relationship, and you might want to fix that shit, because if somebody can just, it's not a relationship. Your bubble is breakable. But I know plenty of couples who I'm friends with or who I see on social media who have built a strong bubble, and people cannot get in there. And yeah, that's what I want. I think that's what I'm frustrated about, is where I'm at in my life. I want that bubble. I want to experience life with somebody, and it's harder because I have children. So a lot of my compatible potential partners, as dating apps like to say, they either have kids, which is that's a mental gap to bridge in its own right. You know what I mean? Like, or they see that you have kids, and that mental gap for them is, bridging that is incredible. Which, my situation is unique because my children live with their mother. So me dating would be like mostly like 72% of a year I wouldn't have my children. So, you know what I mean? Like, essentially, whoever comes into my life, you just have to parent or be not even a parent, a role model in my children's lives 27% of a year. Think about that. Like, feels like I'm not asking for a lot, but I get it. So I'm patient when it comes to that because eventually I got to find a person who's willing to do that. And I have to be willing to figure out if I'm willing to do that for that person. So there's people who come to my life with kids and I've been like, absolutely. I would absolutely. Me and the kid would vibe. Obviously me and the mother would vibe. But there's been parents that are, let me rephrase that. There's been potential partners who have children that I'm like, no fucking shot. No shot. It's for one reason or another. Like either I know the baby daddy. I hate saying that. I shouldn't say that. The father situation is fucking rough. Or, you kind of get enough of a gut feeling that like, I'm not going to fit in here. Like either the person this woman's being in front of me is not who she will be when we're all together. And I ain't trying to put up with that shit. Because the worst thing you can do when you're dating somebody with kids is connect with the children and then lose connection with the parent. Because then all of a sudden now you've not only broken up with that person, you just broke off this really good connection you have with children. And as someone who's been through it, I'm telling you, those disconnects can have an impact at some point. And I was lucky enough that I was young when my mom and I were going through that together. And the one person that actually made an impact is still here. He's my father. Stepfather, obviously. But, it's a difficult road to travel mentally. And being in my 30s, I got to find somebody that fits that mold. And that's so much fucking harder than just dating somebody. Like dating someone without children and you're someone that also doesn't have children, it's fucking easy. You just got to find someone who you're willing to struggle with. But when you're dating with children involved, now you got to find someone that you're willing to struggle with, that you feel you won't have a negative impact on their children and they won't have a negative impact on your children. That's so much fucking harder. That's so much fucking harder. So if you're watching this and you have kids and you're dating, hey, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Fuck dating apps. I hate them. I hate them so fucking much because I don't get this part. Like, I don't get to express, like, this part of me never is going to get seen. You have to say, look at this face. And, okay, he's 5'10", 5'11", okay. Ooh, 32, ooh, okay. Grove City, not too bad, okay. Ooh, he's got kids. Sorry, boop. Like, I could pass every motherfucking test, but the moment they're like, kids, like, fuck. That's dating in your 30s. That's dating as a single father. And, it's gotten to the point that, like, I love this. It's gotten to the point that, like, the mother of my children, this last snafu in the dating world, when it went through, like, the mother of my children apologized to me. Like, not like anything she did wrong, but she just apologized that I'm going through that, and, you deserve somebody, you deserve all the things that you want in a relationship. And, like, that's nice to hear, but it's like, God damn it. It's just hard. I'll just put it out there like that. It's hard. It's scary. It's hard, but eventually it works out. I had a conversation with my mom, and I was like, man, my biggest fear right now is dying alone. I think that's everybody's fear, ultimately. And she hit me with the smart-ass comment of, well, everybody dies alone. And she quickly recovered with, but I know what you mean. That's me and my mom's dynamic, is we're fucking just assholes to each other. But we love each other so much. And there's a softness there that not many people get to be witness to, because me and my mom grew up together. So when she fucks with me, I don't take it personally because she's my mom. And when I fuck with her, she doesn't take it personally because I'm her son. But I mean, yeah, dying alone is number one on my fears list, man. Like, this life is already incredibly difficult. Like, incredibly difficult. It never gets easier. There's new shit that pops up every minute. There's new dynamics. And people are so fucking worried about the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like, people will accept assholes and bad situations because money's okay. All right. I mean, what do you want? What do you do? You know. And then like the worst part about dating at this point in your life is you'll find out the thing that you're missing. They'll make it so fucking obvious. So like for me, let's say for me it's money. Okay, well fine. You know, I can get certifications and do something more and make more money. It's easy. It's not easy to do, but I'm saying that it's clear. It's a clear path. This is what you got to do. But then you got to start thinking about, okay, so I did it. I got more money. Well, now is the person dating me just because I have a good job? Like, is there actual love there? Or are they just like, oh, you can pay my bills? See what I'm saying? It becomes so much more complicated. On top of the whole, does my kids vibe with them? Do they vibe with my kids? Do they have kids? Do I vibe with their kids? Like, you know. So yeah. It's the worst, man. But that shit aside, that's not what life's about. Life is about, as I said in the last episode of Irish 2K Cast, life is about maximizing your happiness. Whatever that means. Do the things. Do all the things. And if you make it through, then great. And when I was making that episode, I was in a very good place. I was a month away from a relationship that had potential to be legit and then didn't work out. And so, I mean, that was kind of it. That was kind of me just being like, man, fuck. Like, I very much enjoy my life. Like the things that I do, my hobbies and the people in my life. But as much as people will tell you, like, that's all I need. I'm good. No, it's not. We are designed. We are literally, our DNA is formed with the intent to partner with someone. Not even discussing how fucking much like music and movies and TV shows, especially as children, shove it down your goddamn throat that you got to find a wife and you got to have kids and you got to buy a house and dog and blah. But, you know, imagine having that shit fed to you for years and years and years and years and years. And then you have it and then you lose it. You know, it's hard. So you're dealing with a dating pool of people who are broken, of people who are trying to trust people again, of people who more often than not will take pain because at least they know that situation. They know it. Okay, this person sucks. They hurt me. But I know it. You know, I know this life. I know it inside and out. I will choose this over the unknown potential of this person that makes me feel great or makes life enjoyable, makes like simple shit enjoyable. That's another crazy part of the dating world is people will just straight up stay in bad relationships. And there ain't shit you could do. You could talk to them. You could tell them this, that, and the third. You deserve. But if they don't buy in, then you're fucking talking to a brick wall. So even right now, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to a camera. I'm talking into this microphone, into this camera. For my amusement, not, there's nobody here. There's not like a crowd of people like paid tickets to see me talk. This is all just me talking to nobody. And if there are people who watch this and they're like, I can't wait to see what the next episode is, perfect. If there's people who watch this and they're like, this guy has lost his shit, you're both right. But I don't know. I think whatever I do with this show, it's going to be different than what the last one was, because I don't really give a fuck anymore. And I know my personal limitations are with this thing. Like I know where I'm not going to go conversation wise, but as far as like a structure to it, right there's your fucking structure. You either watch it and enjoy hearing Chris Sloan, aka Irish 2K, talk, or you fucking don't. And if you don't, fuck off. I don't care. And if you do, cool. I'll see you next Wednesday, hopefully. I don't have a lot of ideas beyond sitting on my very lovely couch and talking into this TV stand that has a camera screwed onto it and also has a microphone screwed onto it. About 3 feet away from my iMac where I can see myself. Hi, me. And then occasionally looking into the camera. That's my game plan with this show. Is just talking, staring at my beautiful fucking face, and then looking back at you. And if you like it, come back. If you don't, don't. I don't give a shit. Wouldn't it be cool though if like I had one show where I have a guest, but they're just like on the couch with me? And we just sit there, just chit-chatting. Yeah, flip that shit. Dane Cook. But yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. And you know why I did it like this, by the way? And I'll wrap it up with this. I chose to do the show like this, where I'm on my couch. And I'm just chilling. Like, seriously, my feet are fucking just plopped up. I'm chilling. I have like one of those L-shaped couches. Why did I do J? Finger guns? L. I have an L-shaped couch. And so like, here's the part where it's like 1 seat, 2 seat, third seat, and then it extends out for you to put your feet out. Well, I'm here, right? So this couch has had so many asses on it. Like like this couch can compete with like church pews as far as attendance policies or attendance numbers rather. And literally I've done exactly what I'm doing to this camera with giving advice and talking and fucking trying to make some kind of dumbass impact in people's lives. I did it to people sitting right here, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Some of those people are still in my life, and some of those people have moved on, and that's okay. That's okay. Because the main point is, I'm always going to be here. I think that'll be what I name this episode. I'm here. You know, I've got family members, children, friends, brothers, sisters who have made it abundantly clear that if I were to not be here, and I'll let you fill in the blanks there, the gaps. If I were to not be here, it would be life-altering devastation. That was the phrase that was used to me, used in that discussion. Life-altering devastation. And because I don't like hurting people, good people, I don't like hurting good people. I don't like hurting people, but I definitely don't like hurting good people. Bad people, if I hurt you, you should have done better in life. But good people, I don't like hurting, and I don't have any intention to ever do so. So, you know, I'm here, and I'm always going to be here. So I might as well make as big of an impact as I can in what is probably 30 to 40 more years of life. Ugh. So if it is what it is and people watch it and I get the same messages I got last time where people were like, hey man, good job. I definitely like listening to it. Can't wait for the next episode. Great. If I get messages like, dude, you're such a self-righteous, attention-seeking fucking dick, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But if you're going to call me a self-righteous, attention-seeking dick, or prick, whatever I said last time, you put the Irish one in front of it. I know that doesn't make sense, but it did to me. So, but yeah, that's the episode. I don't want to do more than 30 minutes on anything because who the fuck wants to listen to me talk for longer than 30 minutes? And if there's somebody right now going, fucking me? I do. All right. Tune in next week. And also, there's other videos on this fucking channel. Figure it out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Check out twitch.tv/theirish2k. All the links are down there in the fucking description. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know. Put it in the comments. Keep going. Stop what you're doing. Put something like that. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, peace.